We are covering a breaking news this morning at 6 a.m. from the Hyde Park Fire Command Post. It's burning out of control, that fire, and hundreds of people still evacuated this morning. How the firefight changes today.
New video of the fire spreading in all directions while you slept. Look at the orange glow overnight. It's burned 20,000 acres. There is 0% containment, and one person is missing.
Here's a look at the map of the exact burn area. Buckhorn Road is on the southern border there, and right now the fire is burning just south of Highway 14 to the north. They want to keep it that way.
7 News with live team coverage for you now. We are live on the fire lines and have the latest on the hundreds of evacuees.
Dale Cedars is ready to tell us about the weather and what fire crews can expect. And Tyler Lopez is live for us at the Fire Command Post. Let's start with Tyler with the very latest.
Mitch, still 20,000 acres for this fire. It is still burning out of control, and unfortunately, commanders say it's also burning in every direction. Here's some video we took overnight. Now, typically, you'd expect a fire to lay low and quit growing, but that eerie glow you can see to the west is a constant reminder that this fire is still very dangerous. Now, the hope is that once the federal management team takes over this morning, there'll be a better plan of attack, certainly more resources to fight back against this blaze. The wind has been the big obstacle, though, and the flames are so intense that green grass is burning, power lines are falling, even some spots are burning twice. Typically, the temperatures would drop overnight, but we're still in the 50s, warmer here than we were in Denver, and the wind is consistent. There's a consistent breeze here. It actually makes it feel a little chilly, but that also means the fire can continue to grow. We've got evacuation notices sent out to more than 2,500 residents. For the latest on what they're doing, let's go to Christine Chang.
Yeah, Tyler, thank you so much. I'm live here at the news shelter now. About 10 to 15 evacuees here at the McGee building at the ranch. They've been here overnight. Red Cross set this place up as a news shelter. This is after they had to close down Cash Laputa Middle School yesterday because of so much smoke in that area and health concerns, of course. Now, the evacuation area is pretty big here. Let's take a look at the map just to give you some perspective of what we're talking about here. The fire is shaded in the orange that you see right there. It has that horseshoe shape, while the evacuation area is that yellow area. This is a huge number, more than 2,200 evacuation notifications sent out since the fire started Saturday morning. For some of the evacuees, this is all too familiar. Unfortunately, Mindy Bergeron, in fact, had to be ready to get out with her 3 little dogs during the Hewlett fire. This happened just a couple of weeks ago.
I still had their crates out on the front deck from Hewlett in case we had to evacuate, so we had stuff handy and we were gone in minutes, just racing down the mountain for our lives. But you know, that's what's important. Our lives and everything else can be replaced. It's just stuff.
And back here live this morning at the shelter, we're told that the citizens briefing will be at 9 o'clock this morning. This is just for the evacuees of the Hyde Park fire. The media briefing is at 9:30. We'll, of course, be here all morning long to cover it. By the way, Red Cross is working with a number of agencies to help those who are displaced from the fire. United Way, Salvation Army, and Larimer Humane Society, just to name a few. The truck that you see behind me here from the Salvation Army, they're actually about to cook breakfast. Starting at 7 o'clock, they'll serve breakfast for those in need, for the evacuees. They'll have lunch today as well and dinner. I spoke with a spokesperson for Salvation Army just now, and he told us that yesterday they handed out more than or nearly 200 meals, and they expect the same today, if not more. So if you are affected by this fire, please come down. They're asking you to come here, as well as for the citizens briefing, which is at 9 o'clock this morning. Live near Fort Collins, I'm Christine Chang, 7 News.
All right, Christine and Tyler, thanks for the latest. Important information for residents needing to evacuate animals from this Hyde Park fire zone. The ranch in Loveland has been taking in some large animals all weekend long, and they do have room for some small animals as well if you're looking for a place to take them. The Humane Society in that area tells us that it has run out of room for dogs, but still has some room for cats and other small farm animals.
Of course, the weather, a big factor in fighting this fire. Let's get to Dale.
And it's going to be a tough week for those firefighters and those living in the area, just watching as it takes place. The good news is the winds are going to be a little bit calmer today than what we saw over the weekend. Now, we do have a chance for some gusty winds with some afternoon, evening storms, but right now, look, only 2-mile-per-hour winds up there. Our other reading site is there in Wellington, seeing 12-mile-per-hour winds. The Fort Collins monitor right now doesn't seem to be giving us some accurate readings, so we're going to kind of surpass that just a little bit as we look at our temperatures. Look at our relative humidities, 28%. Not high, slightly better than we were yesterday. Now, these are going to decrease as we start to warm up throughout the afternoon. And again, and then they'll increase later this evening. But any little bit of humidity will help those firefighters. Those single digits are just tough to deal with. Currently, our temperatures as you head out the door, mid-40s for most of us across the metro area. There's a few of us here in Boulder at 50, Greeley 52, and Parker 50 degrees as well. We are all going to warm up. It's not going to get extremely hot, but it is going to get warm. You're going to see our temperatures climb into around the upper 50s by 8 a.m. this morning. You will see the smoke from that fire. It's going to be a hazy morning for most of us. That's then going to dissipate throughout the afternoon as we get a little bit of that breeze and the wind. By lunchtime today, low 70s, and we're going to increase into the upper 70s for our warm. It's going to be warm and dry throughout the afternoon. This evening, late afternoon and evening, we do have a chance for some of those thunderstorms to push their way through. Unfortunately, the thunderstorms will also bring just a little bit of some gusty wind conditions.